it's Kelly Hall here, and I want to welcome you to Healed and Healing, the place where you can strut on the outside while you heal on the inside. I believe that God wants us to live whole, to live an abundant life, to have all the things that we desire, but I also believe that He wants us to take care of the inside. And that's actually what I'm here to talk to you about today. I want to share my personal story, my personal testimony with you guys about how God really had to prune a lot of things out of me as I discovered that I had a shopping addiction. Yes, a shopping addiction is a real thing. It's a real addiction. You can actually be addicted to anything. Too much of anything is not good for you, they say. But I want to share with you my personal story, my personal journey with you about what I went through. And it may, if it's not for you, it may help somebody you know. So I want to encourage you to be sure to share this video, because again, if it does not resonate with you, it's not always just clothes and shoes. It may be other things that you're piling on in your life. But if this does not resonate with you, then I still want to ask you to share with a friend your social media pages as well, because it could help someone that you know. All right. I'm going to go ahead and jump into, like I said, my story. I do have my phone. I always let people know, just in case you see me looking down, because I forget easily sometimes. And so I just want to be authentic with you guys, keep it real with you, and just share a little bit of my personal story. If you don't know, I do have a blog as well that is officially launching, or lunch by the time that you see this video, and it is called Healed and Healing. So you can find it, at healedandhealing.com. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and jump into my testimony here, and I'm just gonna have a heart-to-heart with you guys, a little story time, if you will. All right, so to be honest with you, before, like, maybe a couple years ago, I wouldn't have said I had an actual shopping addiction. I would have said that I just like nice things, that I don't like wearing the same outfit more than once. What's the problem with that? I would have told you that I am just seriously attracted to expensive items. And it doesn't mean that everything that I buy is like super expensive, but seriously, y'all, I'm not playing. I can just go and I see something in the mall and I'm like, oh, I want that, and the price tag is high. That always happens to me. Like, can you relate? Like, comment below and let me know if this is something that's relatable to you, or is it just me? All right, but like I said, so several years ago, I wouldn't have said that I had a shopping addiction, but now I can actually say, you know what, yeah, it was a shopping addiction. It was a real problem. And so I just want to kind of go a little bit deeper into how this came to be, and just, yeah, we're gonna walk this thing out. I'm gonna strut it out, as I like to say. All right, so like I said, I wouldn't have said that I had a problem. I knew that I loved to stay up late and shop online. I knew that I had a natural love for nice things. I just honestly got a high off of grabbing what I wanted from the store. It was just one of those things. It's just like, oh my God, the kids are gone for the weekend. I'm about to get this and that. And honestly, you guys, I have not done a drug in my life. I've never smoked weed, anything like that. But when it came to shopping, when it came to getting the items that I loved, I felt a natural high from those type of things. They just really brought me so much joy. So I guess that's where the natural high came in. All right, and so I really didn't realize at that time that I was trying to fill a void. There was some deeper things going on the inside of me, and I really never took the time to sit down and figure out what those things were. And so instead, if I felt a little moody, I would shop. If I felt a little anxious, I would be online racking up, imagining and picturing myself in these items, thinking about what maybe the reaction would be to me having these things, just thinking that adding to my cart was going to really add to my heart and do something for me. And it was like a satisfaction type thing, but I did not deal with the issues on the inside. And so I want to share with you how I came to discover that there were some issues on the inside, how God revealed it to me in a really unique way. But before I share that with you, I want you to go ahead and start thinking about whether any of this resonates with you. I want you to really start opening up and saying, you know, am I always online shopping? Am I always grabbing things just because there's no occasion, just because I want it? Am I always treating myself? Because that was me. Every chance I got, I was like, you know what, I'm single, treating myself. I don't have a husband to get me anything. I don't have a boyfriend. Let me do this for myself. Let me get this for myself. I need it. I need that in my life. Oh, and don't let me be on social media, okay? Y'all, every time somebody posted something, it was like, oh, I need that in my life. And so it was just a compulsive thing. And I really, again, was not in tune enough to know that it was a thing that I was using to fill voids and to cover up. But here's the unique way that God revealed to me that I had a shopping addiction and that I had an issue, other issues going on the inside. So I used to work or volunteer at this crisis pregnancy center. I felt so much joy working at this center. It was like one of the best things for me because it allowed me to connect with women who were pregnant, who were single. Some were single, not all of them. Some were actually married. But it allowed me to connect with women who were scared about their pregnancy and they were undecided about what they wanted to do with their babies. And so I was able to go in with the Bible and the Word of God. We had them watch DVDs and we had them you know, take pregnancy tests to confirm that they were pregnant. And then there was like a little shopping area for them. If they decided to keep the baby, we would give them items. And so I really enjoyed being a part of this organization, this crisis pregnancy center. I felt a lot of joy out of doing that. I was also in school at the time at Columbia International University, where I think at the time, I'm really embarrassed, y'all, because I've changed my major a couple times, okay? But I think that I was going for a youth ministry at the time, I think. So yeah. Anyway, back to the story. So here's the unique way. This is where it all comes in. So I'm working at this volunteering at this crisis pregnancy center. And this guy, I guess he was like a volunteer there as well, maybe for admin. He'd come in and do some paperwork or some things like that. And I believe we were outside. And he comes up to me and he was like, yeah, I have this DVD or CD. I have this CD that I want you to listen to. And he was like, I'm usually pretty right about these things. And I'm just like, okay. Sure, I'll listen to your CD. It was a sermon, a teaching, and I believe I started listening to it on my way home. And I'm listening to the message. The pastor or the speaker was speaking, and then he began to speak on pride. What? Pride? What they got to do with me? No, sir, you're not right about these things. What are you talking about? You right about what? Because I don't have any pride issues, so I'm good. I'm Christian. I'm volunteering with crisis women in crisis. I'm going to school at a Christian college. I'm good. I don't have any pride issues, y'all. Yeah, I had pride issues. Okay, it wasn't pride to me because I wasn't always boastful. I wasn't always like bragging on the stuff that I purchased. I wasn't one of the people that you would see on social media trying to flaunt or trying to look like I had it all together. But I still had a pride issue in my heart. And I still had some deep things, some other deep-rooted issues going on the inside as well. Now, I will be honest with you. For a while, I was in denial. Like, I listened to those sermons. I didn't like what I was listening to, if I can be honest. But I still listened to it because I was a woman after God's heart. And that's who I proclaimed to be. And I knew that if I wanted to grow, I needed to listen. And so eventually I did. I prayed to God and I asked him about the issues. I was like, okay, Lord, do I have pride? I was, you know, just trying to self-evaluate and see if this was really an issue that I had. And so God, the Holy Spirit, he really began to deal with me and show me the areas that I had pride. He showed me that I was shopping to cover up some things in my heart. And again, the pride wasn't always like this boastful flaunting thing, but I did have some little moments that I can look back on and say that I was trying to be something that I wasn't. I was always a girly girl, always loved my high heels, but I was still like trying to do it at this level that wasn't me. I wasn't trying to keep up with the Joneses, but I was trying to keep up with the Kardashians at times, because I loved the lifestyle and I loved the way it looked, and that produced pride even more in me when I tried to keep up with those people. And so all that to say, God had to reveal the pride, and then I also had some other things that were inside of me that I really had to deal with. And so looking back at my notes, I wrote down that God helped me to see that I was dealing with the rejection issues. I was dealing with the daddy issues that I had. And I will talk about that some more later on another video, but there was a lot of things that God had to prune out of me. I had this passive aggressiveness that was on the inside of me as well. And I was a light and I was a sweetheart and all that kind of thing, but I still had some issues, y'all. I still had some bottled up anger about things that happened in my life. And so shopping was my outlet for those things, for covering up those things. I really also discovered that I had a shopping addiction when I was overdrawn. I mean, can we be honest? Like, I would be wanting to get more things, but looking at a negative balance in my bank account. There were times that I really had to decide, am I going to take this item back? Because I have a family. I'm a single mother. And this issue started before I became a mother, but it, came into motherhood as well. I would get the best of the best for my children. I would always have them looking sharp and nice, and there's nothing wrong with that, y'all. Let me just kind of take a pause for a second. Nothing wrong with having your children look nice. You don't want them looking sloppy. There's nothing wrong with you looking nice. There is nothing wrong with you dressing nice. There's nothing wrong with you treating yourself. So let me put that disclaimer out there now. I pray that I'm not offending anyone. There's nothing wrong with shopping even, and I will talk about that a little bit later, because I still shop. Okay, your girl still shop, but there is a time and a place and a way for everything. So let me say that. And so I really had to take a look at how my spending habits were affecting my family, how my spending habits were affecting other people and other things around me. It wasn't just about me. And so I really had to hone in on that. I started taking counseling or therapy at school. It was offered to me, and I had, y'all, the best of the best, okay? I hope I can say his name on here if it's okay. His name was Charlie. Y'all, Charlie, in a short time, really helped change my life. God used him to really look at myself, to look deeper at my daddy issues, to look deeper at some other things that were hard for me. I did some exercises and some things that I will discuss later on in other videos that really helped to prune some things out of me. And so it was a journey. It was a process. It wasn't a one-day thing, but God really had to break some things off of my life. He really had to prune me hard, because I'm a stubborn woman at times. And so I really had to be pruned in certain areas of my life. And he's still pruning me, okay? That's why it's healed and healing, because y'all, I'm still on a journey, and I'm gonna be on a journey for a while. We'll never be perfect this side of heaven anyway, but God really had to prune me in that season to get out of those bad spending habits. I really had to start setting up a budget for things that I knew were coming out daily, or well, not daily, but for things that I knew that were coming out monthly out of my bank account. I had to set up a budget for the things that I did want and try to, figure out, okay, how can I get this but get it in the right way without overspending are maxing out my debit or credit card. I really didn't have too many credit cards throughout my life, but I still had some. I had like 1 or 2. And I wanted to be wiser, and I wanted to be better, because those shopaholic issues were causing issues, like I said, not just for me, but for my family as well. So like I said, they started because being a shopaholic started because of the daddy issues and the rejection and the issues that were deep inside. And every chance I got, I was swiping my card. And again, the funds weren't available, so that helped set me back into reality. And I want you again to look inside and see if any of these things are resonating with you. It may not be shopping for you. It may be, or it may not be clothes for you. It may still be shopping for items that you're just compulsive with and that you think you need, but you may be trying to avoid what's really going on inside. It could be something else that you're obsessing with or compulsively doing that maybe needs to ask God to reveal in your heart what's going on. And so I really want you to take the opportunity while watching this video to do that as well. And like I said, the change happened for me when I realized that, you know, I had some pride. I was not happy with that guy showing me or giving me that DVD, but in the long run, looking back now, I'm very glad that he showed me that. I'm very glad that God, you know, revealed to me in that unique way that, you know, you got some things going on, and I love you too much to let you continue to walk like that. And so I'm thankful for that. And so I'm just gonna stop here with this video. I may do a part 2 as well, but I wanted to just kind of give you a start of my story and my journey, and let you know how healed and healing came to be, how I came to even realize that I had a shopping addiction, and to let you know that yes, it is a real thing. I don't even care if you're a thrifter. Make sure that you're thrifting wisely. Make sure that you're not just buying items just to buy them, and that you're not spending your whole night up online looking at items and thinking about how these things will change your life, when you really need the one and only true king that is going to change your life. Okay, my plan and my goal is to post videos at least twice out of the week, and I'll make an announcement about when those days will be. So if you're not following me already on Instagram, do that as well. You can follow me at Kelley Hall Music or at Healed and Healing, and it's HEELED for healed and healing. All right, so thank you again for watching today's video. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know if any of this resonated with you. One of my subscribers that's sticking around, I want to say thank you so much for staying here and for keeping up with my videos, and I pray that they bless you as well. All right, God bless you guys. Bye.